A very bright and beautiful morning to our beautiful audience. A very bright and beautiful morning to our present beautiful audience. I, Apurva, Project Officer, City University, would like to take the pleasure of welcoming you all for the today expert session on the topic Entrepreneurship Skill, Attitude and Behavior Development. And for our expert speaker is Professor Naresh Sachdeva, Professor and Dean Business Management, PCTE Baddowal, Ludhiana. We at City University are really honored to have you so with us. Without any further ado, I would like to hand over the session. Over to you, sir.
Hi, good morning to everyone. Very good. How many of you guys were present in the last session? I had 2-3 days back. That's very good. Very good. Before I start, in fact, I would just like to detail what are the skills, what is behavior, what is entrepreneurship development cycle, and what are the various schemes by which India is now being facilitated as regards to startup and entrepreneurial culture. Before I start, one question. Do you think there is a right age or right time or right environment to start a business? Who says no? Yes? Somebody said no. Can you raise the hand? Is there any right age? My question is. Or right place or right environment to start the business? Somebody said no. Can you explain why? Yes, please come on. See, if we are not going to interact, it's not going to be beneficial for you guys. Let me tell you very clearly. Don't worry. Don't worry if it is wrong or right. In entrepreneurship, nothing is wrong and nothing is right. Everything is your passion. Nothing else. Nothing else. Why there is no right time, no right place, and no right environment for entrepreneurship? Any examples for age? Any examples for age? Have you heard about for entrepreneurship? Which founder? Very good. Give a clap to that little girl sitting there. Very good. Very right. It was named as Kentucky Fried Chicken. When it came to India, there was a lot of resilience. In South India, it started and people started that some American company is going to raid and henceforth we will not allow to sell the chicken in India. There were a lot of hue and cry. But Kentucky Fried Chicken is now at the every nick of the city. That guy started at the age of perhaps 60, 58. Do you think that was the right age? That was not the right age. But for him, yeah, there is an age. So there is no age bar when you start an entrepreneurship. If I talk about Ritesh Agarwal, Oyo, he was hardly 17, 18 years. He didn't have any formal education also. And today his Oyo is around $7 to $8 billion for valuation. So there is no education being required. Anybody heard the name of Mumbai Dabbawalas? Fantastic. Can anybody tell me the gist in a minute or a half a minute? What is the total story for Mumbai Dabbawalas? Anyone? What is it? What is it? What is the main crux of Mumbai Dabbawalas? I have experienced myself when I was doing my MBA. I had my training in Bombay, Mahindra and Mahindra, and used to travel to Worli from Churchgate. I know what Mumbai Dabbawalas is very well. What is Mumbai Dabbawalas? How much business they do per year? Not from the COVID year. At that time, that was very bad because corporates were at house. How much business they do? Anyone? They do close to 80 to 100 crores of business per annum. He came to Ludhiana. Since I am the secretary of LMA, we called him at LMA. And when he came, he said that I don't sign checks. I give my thumb impressions. There is no need for education for getting into entrepreneurial aspect. If you just look into Mumbai Dabbawala case study, and I tell you to study each one of you when you go back, look into the videos which are there at your YouTube, a fantastic case study. He hires 8th standard people. He doesn't hire MBAs, not IITs. It works on passion. It works, the HR policies, the structure which we study in business management is fantastic in Mumbai Dabbawala. People say we do coding. What is White Hat Junior? It's a coding application bought by Byju's, 2,700 crores. Pandemic. He started giving classes to people to learn coding because coding is the era. And a lot of people started joining in this pandemic where people were free from across the globe. And he made some 2,700 crore by selling it to Byju's within a span of 2 years, 2.5 years. And those people, Mumbai Dabbawala, uneducated, do coding so beautifully. They are one of the companies which have got Six Sigma. And India, there are hardly 2-3 companies which have Six Sigma. Six Sigma is 3 defects in 1 million, 10 lakh product. If I manufacture 10 lakh shirts, there are only 3 defects in the shirt. That is what is Mumbai Dabbawala's. When I was doing my MBA, when I was doing my internship, I never knew what is Mumbai Dabbawala. I was amazed at how that lunchbox comes to me with a travel of 1.5 hours when I was used to travel by train, because I was not acclimatized with vada pavs. He used to give me parchi signed, then I believed. Nobody, when I finished my MBA, nobody knew Mumbai Dabbawalas. In 2000, it became the case study for the Harvard. Then I came to know my 84-86 batch, what was actually Mumbai Dabbawalas. It's a fantastic case study. पढ़ो उसको, देखो, सुनो, समझो उसको. उनके लिए पैशन है एक रोटी का डब्बा डिलीवर करना. मुंबई में अगर 20 स्टोरी, 30 स्टोरी, 40 स्टोरी की ऑफिसेस हैं, it has never happened that the dabba which is belonging to Tajinder Singh has gone to Tajinder Kaur. It goes to Tajinder Singh in Philips only. It will never go to Crompton and Greaves. Never. 3 faults in 10 lakh deliveries. That is what is Six Sigma. That is what is entrepreneurship, real development which they have done it. It has started from 1890. 130 साल हो गए मुंबई डब्बा वाला को. ये जोमेटो भी आ गया, स्विगी भी आ गया और बहुत से आ गए. हर स्काई रैपिंग बिल्डिंग के नीचे ना बॉम्बे में लोग सामान बेचने वाले हैं, खाने वाले, लिफ्ट्स में जाके सामान भी आपको देते हैं. आज 130 साल हो गए, स्टिल मुंबई डब्बावालाज इज एग्जिस्टिंग. देयर इज नो राइट एज, देयर इज नो राइट एजुकेशन. कोई जरूरी नहीं है पढ़ाई, बट यस, it adds to your percentage of getting success. अगर आप पढ़ते हैं, आप कुछ सीखते हैं, तो उसमें एडिशन होती है, मगर वो एडिशन तभी होगी जब आपके मन में पैशन होगा, नहीं तो नहीं होने वाली. Right? So what are the skills which now what I in fact wanted to tell you by this is, whatever skills I have mentioned here, all written in English. You meet that guy from Mumbai Dabbawalas, he will tell you each and everything. He is self-motivated. It's a cooperative society. What fantastic structure they have made. एक सेल्समैन मार्केट में ना मटेरियल बेचने जाता है तो उसका सेल्स मैनेजर कहता है ये 500 रुपए का प्रोडक्ट है, तो उन्हें 500 में ही बेचना है, या तेरे पास 5% का डेविएशन है, 490 से 510 रुपए में you have to sell the product. Where in Mumbai Dabbawalas, they take 500 rupees per person nowadays. 500-600 रुपया लेते हैं पर घर से बॉक्स डिलीवर करने के लिए उसके ऑफिस में खाने का लंच जो आपकी बहन, आपकी मदर, आपकी वाइफ आपको बना के देती है. They have given that percentage of around 20%. 400 से 500 के बीच में that guy is able to crack the deal because he has a percentage share in the organization. When you join, they take approximately 2 lakh rupees from you, from the people who are working Mumbai Dabbawalas, to make them feel that they are a part of the business activity, and that is how they have motivated people. अनपढ़ लोग बिजनेस मैनेजमेंट को पता नहीं है. हार्वर्ड के स्टूडेंट पढ़ रहे हैं, सिक्स सिग्मा के बारे में पता है उनको, एंड दे आर द टॉप नॉच कंपनीज. प्रिंस चार्ल्स हैव कॉल्ड देम, एंड व्हेन दे कॉल्ड देम दे सेड वी डोंट हैव टाइम. चर्च गेट पे सिर्फ 10 मिनट के लिए प्रिंस चार्ल्स को मिले थे. दे सेड वी वुड लाइक टू डिलीवर द बॉक्सेस. है ना? व्हाट आर द स्किल्स? सेल्फ कॉन्फिडेंस, इंटीग्रिटी, ऑनेस्टी. ऑनेस्टी इतनी ज्यादा है, अगर आपने कैप नहीं डाली ना तो 100 रुपए का फाइन है. आप धोती नहीं डालते हो, 200 रुपए का फाइन है. आप एक दिन नहीं आते हो, बीमार हो, आप लिख देते हो तो आपकी रिप्लेसमेंट है. आप 2 दिन नहीं आते हो, नहीं लिखते हो, तीसरे दिन यू आर आउट फ्रॉम द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. यू आर आउट फ्रॉम मुंबई डब्बावालास. Such a fantastic HR studies. The last bogie of the department of every local train in Bombay is booked for Mumbai Dabbawalas. There are close to 6,000 people. 20-20 किलो डब्बे उठाते हैं अपने सिर पे. 25 से 30 डब्बे उठाते हैं जिनका वजन 20 से 30 किलो होता है, और वो कैरेज 2-4 किलो का. What is the fixed estate for them? Hardly few thousands. How much turnover? 80 to 100 crores. लुधियाना में 80-100 करोड़ की फैक्ट्री लगानी हो ना तो 1 एकड़ में फैक्ट्री लगाएंगे, 10-20 करोड़ रुपया खर्च भी करेंगे. Look at that, how people are working. So they are doing everything, commitment, enthusiasm, optimism. ऐसा नहीं है कि बॉम्बे में बारिश नहीं होती, होती है तो जम के होती है, जम के होती है. They have such policies. If I have a motorcycle and I am keeping that motorcycle at Baddowal station and somebody is coming to this side where the city university is and he is dropping at Baddowal, वो मेरा मोटरसाइकिल को यूज करेगा. मेरे मोटरसाइकिल में कोई खराबी आ जाती है तो वो चेंज करेगा, उसने किसी से पूछना नहीं है, जाके पर्ची देनी और अपने पैसे ले लेने हैं. Such a beautiful system they have made it, foolproof. And Harvard Business has recommended Mumbai Dabbawalas. Why? All these skills are present there. Interpersonal skills. हम लोग कहते हैं पढ़ लिख के हम interpersonal skills अपने आप में डेवलप करेंगे. वो 6th क्लास, 7th क्लास, 8th क्लास पास के interpersonal skills कैसे हैं? Just imagine. Do you think they have been taught what are interpersonal skills? No, they are not being taught. They learned because they had a passion to make that Mumbai Dabbawalas a success and a world story. Similarly, time management. Beautiful time management. अगर आप अपना लंच बॉक्स जो आपने अपने भाई बहन या वाइफ या ब्रदर सिस्टर या पेरेंट्स को देना है, if you're not keeping that lunch box out from your home between 9 to 9:30, they will skip it out. घंटी नहीं मारेगा वो घर में. अगर 1 से 1:30 बजे आपका लंच टाइम है तो 1 बजे डॉट लंच बॉक्स आपके टेबल पे होगा. How time management they have done it. They spread around 2.5 lakh boxes. जाना, 2.5 lakh boxes वापस लेके आना. So they do 5 lakh of deliveries. और बॉम्बे में स्टेशन के ऊपर ट्रेन कितना मिनट सेकंड के लिए रुकती है? फास्ट ट्रेन वी कॉल एज ए फास्ट ट्रैक 40 seconds. स्लो ट्रैक 60 सेकेंड्स, 40 सेकेंड के लिए वो ट्रेन रुकती है, जिसमें वो लोग अपना एक्सचेंज करते हैं डब्बे, फिर सेंट्रल स्टेशन पर जाके एक्सचेंज करते हैं, फिर वो डिवाइड करते हैं सब स्टेशन में। अ फैंटास्टिक टाइम मैनेजमेंट, एक एक मिनट उनका कैलकुलेटेड है। 4:30 बजे अगर डब्बा घर पे वापस आना है तो 4:30 डब्बा घर पे वापस खाली आएगा। So look at those people, how they have done time management. These all words are factor for your success. Don't think these words are not being obeyed by Ritesh Agarwal or Gautam Adani or Mukesh Ambani or Madam Bector from Kirmika. Everyone has done it. मैं तो आपको एग्जाम्पल ले रहा हूं एक अनपढ़ लोग की, नॉट एजुकेटेड, मुंबई डब्बावालाज। Look at to reasoning, look at to communication, look at to goal setting. They have been given target that you have to appoint new people for convincing them that we will deliver you home product which is being manufactured by your sister, brother, mother, father or grandmother. Besides competition, ऑर्डर करो, यहाँ बैठे बैठे स्विगी, जोमेटो, बहुत से यहाँ पे आपको डिलीवर कर जाएंगे, आपको शायद अच्छा भी लगेगा खाना, फिर भी लोग मुंबई डब्बावाला से 130 साल हो गए उस बिजनेस को। लेट मी टेल यू, इन दीज 20 years, इफ आई लुक इन टू टॉप फॉर्चून 500 कंपनीज ना, नाम ही उड़ गए हैं कहीं, बट मुंबई डब्बावाला 130 सालों से आज भी चल रहा है। एप्पल इन 2000 was bankrupt. लोग कहते थे एप्पल बंद हो जाएगी 2000 में, समथिंग अराउंड 2000 2002. It was a bankrupt company. Last pandemic, 1.5 trillion to 2 trillion dollars, $2 trillion की सेल्स है आज एप्पल की। There are few companies, Armaco, Apple and couple of others who have crossed $2 trillion. हिंदुस्तान की जीडीपी 2.87 है। इस 1.5 साल 2 साल के पेंडेमिक में उन्होंने जितनी मैकबुक्स और जितने आपके लैपटॉप्स बेचे हैं, दैट इज फिनोमिनल। एंड इन 2000 वी यूज्ड टू से, लैरी पेज एंड टिम कुक यूज्ड टू से दैट दिस इज अ डिफंक्ट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, इट विल बी क्लोज्ड, इट वाज बैंकरप्ट। बट गाइज, what is but they never left commitment, they never left enthusiasm, they never left optimism, they never left honesty. कोई भी एक ऐसा वर्ड नहीं है जो उन्होंने छोड़ा होगा, and that is why they are successful. Apart from this, there could be number of words. I'm telling you, the business only runs with your passion, and the only word nowadays in business is continuous growth, nothing else, nothing else. हमारे टाइम में तो इतना वो एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप डेवलपमेंट ही नहीं था, वो साइकिल ही नहीं था, वो अपॉर्चुनिटीज ही नहीं थी जो आज आप लोगों के टाइम पे हैं। This also I told you in my last lecture. This is what the scenario for India is. January 1st, 2022 till February 10, 40 days. India produced around 9 startups which were billionaire, what you call unicorns. हर 5 दिन के बाद एक यूनिकॉर्न है। अभी 5 दिन पहले पीयूष गोयल ने बताया था। Elastic Run, and there is one more startup in what you call cryptocurrency, I forgot the name. Elastic Run is again B2B, again has gone unicorn. That is Polyrun, yeah, Polygon. These 2 startups have become unicorn for last 7, 10, 15, 20 days. So every week there is a unicorn. This means entrepreneurial development is happening in India. India is the 3rd largest startup ecosystem in the world now. Yes, last bench. Any questions, beta? Yeah, the one who is wearing the specs. Yeah, you, the one who is looking at your right. Yes, beta? No question, that's very good. But if you don't ask question, you will not be successful. So ask question if you want to be successful. Right? So, look at all these. Gup Shup, Roser Pay, Cred. All these have become unicorn. What is Gup Shup? A small interface between making two people connecting into the business. There is one startup in Bombay, 1,000 panwalas he has connected online. On that day also I told you, you find to have a pain and a reason to be successful. 30 years back, 20 years back, the entrepreneurial development was not there. But today that entrepreneurial development is there. There are three factors which are required in entrepreneurial development. One is simulation. One is growth. One is sustainability. Simulation क्या है? What is simulation? Simulation is making excited people, telling them this is what is happening around the globe, giving them various education, house to house, college to college, domain to domain. In my time, only MBA was termed to be as a business, stream for education. But now, hotel management, agriculture, engineering, everywhere I teach entrepreneurship in my college. I am teaching entrepreneurship in fashion designing also. This means government is trying to have entrepreneurship development cycle which is generating more motivation, passion and people driving towards it to make it more successful. And the three phases are stimulatory, support and so-called as sustainability. Stimulatory. This is what government is doing nowadays. Government is providing training and education in entrepreneurship. In every school, in fact, not even college. There is a school which has opened at Rajguru Nagar, Young Entrepreneur School from 1st to 7th standard under the DCM presidency. बच्चों को भी बताया जा रहा है कि entrepreneurship में आओ. Right? And then publicizing entrepreneurial opportunities. What is this Smart India Hackathon, Agri India Hackathon, then something so-called as Defense something Hackathon. कितने hackathons हो रहे हैं आज? हर ministry hackathon conduct कर रही है so that they get ideas and make you successful. Look at to that. Offering incentives, recognition, creation of this IIC which we are talking about, Institution Innovation Councils developed by MHRD is one step towards that. I believe there are close to 10-15,000 colleges across India. Some 2,000, 3,000 universities are there. I am also there. You are also there. But what is the point? The point is you must try to capture maximum knowledge so that you guys are successful. I told you on that day also. एक बार यहाँ से निकल जाओगे ना, उड़ीसा वाला उड़ीसा चला जाएगा, बॉम्बे वाला बॉम्बे चला जाएगा, लड्डू वाला लड्डूवाल चला जाएगा. Nobody is going to meet you. And people from these foreigners are friends, somebody from Sudan, Jamaica, Cote d'Ivoire, these all will go to their countries. This is the right time to build entrepreneurial culture. You have so many minds. Each one of you must be having thousands of ideas. The point is to put them in place. Don't worry about failure. कुछ नहीं होने वाला. 5-10 हज़ार रुपया चला जाएगा. Nothing is going to happen. If you don't take a cup of tea daily, a cup of coffee, perhaps you will save 2,000, 3,000 rupees per month. Don't spend money on Zara's and your dresses. Do it at my age when you make a lot of money. Not at this age. Travel. Travel करो, देखो आपको पता लगता है दुनिया कहाँ पे है. You will learn a lot of opportunities. You will learn a lot of ideas. And then come here. Meet these faculties. अरे आपके पास तो मेरे ख्याल रॉबस्ट वो भी होगा, 3D डिजाइनिंग प्रिंटर्स भी होंगे. You make a program and you get the product out. हमारे टाइम में ऐसा नहीं था. 3D printers हैं, you can make the product as a minimum price value, you can make some 30, 40, 50 product, you will try to sell it. नहीं चला तो क्या हो गया, दोबारा कर लेंगे. then so what? Right? So this is what is simulation, sustainability. Before that, we come down to support services. I'll tell you some of the various schemes by Ministry of Small and Medium Enterprise, by Startup India, NSIC, lined up schemes. पैसा gather करना is not a problem. When I came into business, I was just like you sciences. I was BSc Honours Biochemistry, MSc Honours Biochemistry. Engineering line man, I can bet any engineer sitting out here, I will sharpen the tool better than him. I worked in front of machines. हमारे टाइम में पैसा इतना आसानी से नहीं मिलता था. But now government is giving grants. आपको पैसा वापस नहीं करना फेल हो जाओगे तो. मगर अगर सक्सेसफुल हो गए तो then the sky is the limit. There are a lot of funds which are being created. This budget, and they have declared India as a year of millet. India as a year of millet. मैं बात कर रहा हूँ ज्वार और बाजरा और ग्वार की. Before green revolution, people used to take that. आजकल तो हम लोग सिर्फ व्रत में खाते हैं ना दड़ुओं का आटा शायद. All those people who must be having it. Now people have started making again back to millets. Why? Because they want to save water depletion. And henceforth, which is more fiber, more proteinous, they have started making biscuits out of it. People have started making rotis out of it. People are making multiple products out of millets. They are giving a lot of funds to millets. Those people who are into millets. Nanotechnology. I was looking into one startup at evaluation at Punjab Agri Business Incubator. The guy comes to me and shows shoes. I said, what are you going to do with it? He says, sir, I am a villager, and when I travel, I find a lot of people going barefooted into villages, into fields. चप्पल जूते डाल के नहीं जाते फील्ड में. But there is a lot of urea and chemicals being sprayed. उनके पैरों पे छाले पड़ जाते हैं. He says, I have developed those shoes for the farmers and not costing very much. Look at to the pain he's doing it here. How did he get that idea? Must be from a agriculture family. Yeah, could be. He says, sir, I told you on that day also, people have started making this cow dung and making bricklets and selling it out for ₹1. Industry needs a lot of fuel. ये जितना ये हम लोग कहते थे पराली, people are now controlling it. ONGC has such a demand, people are not in a position to fulfill it. Because it's an environmental concern which is only there for 3 months and you have to harvest it. And you have to pack it out, which is very difficult. The raw material is not available round the clock. So, a lot of support is being given by the government, obtaining funds. Ministry of Electronics and Telecommunication, BIRAC, Biotechnology, Punjab Agri Business Incubators, or a lot of accelerators, incubators, nanotechnology. बहुत कुछ हो रहा है. हमें पता है ना. Daily I get a mail from one college or some institution in India. This is what we are organizing. 5 lakh rupees, 10 lakh rupees. Tell your students to participate. Guys, accumulate yourself. The reason why I was asking that question is to take you out from the comfort zone. It was very good that she answered KFC. I was not checking your knowledge. मैं सिर्फ आपसे यही कहना चाहता हूँ कि you must, the guy who comes here and says, sir, down the line 20 years, I was sitting in a, just like this, somebody, I called anybody that come and tell me the dream. And he comes and says, I'm going to have my Maybach within a span of 10 years. Somebody sitting at the back said that, did you know which company produces Maybach? And everybody started laughing. I said, gentlemen, the question is, he came here out of the comfort zone and said Maybach. You are laughing. And the same day, after 10 years, you will be still laughing. I mean, he will have a Maybach. Because he had courage to come and say, मैं ये करूँगा. कभी घर वालों को बोल के दिखाना जरा. जब बैठे हो ना 10-12 लोग चाचे ताए, चाचा जी 10 साल में देखना मैं कहाँ पे होऊंगा. बोल के दिखाना अगर हिम्मत है तो. अगर हिम्मत है बोलोगे तो करके दिखाओगे. ये तो कभी नहीं कर पाओगे. Don't worry. All these things will come. People say we don't have finance. Forget it. I can give you 24 hours lecture. बिना फाइनेंस के लोग सक्सेसफुल हुए हैं. बहुत लोग सक्सेसफुल हुए हैं. बहुत लोग ऐसे भी हैं जिनके पास पैसा था आज बिल्कुल कुछ भी नहीं है. Talk about अनिल अंबानी and मुकेश अंबानी. Both were billionaires. दोनों के पास $40 billion थे जब अलग हुए थे. आज अनिल अंबानी कहाँ है? He doesn't have money to pay for his legal expenses in England. Banks are giving him notices. Where is Mukesh Ambani? $100 billion. $100 billion. What does this mean? This means paisa nahi important. Education is not important, but there are certain factors which I took in the first slide is more important. Perhaps he lost leadership. He didn't have leadership in his companies. And he's selling. He sold FM also. He sold a lot of things. Anil Ambani is not a billionaire now. 10 years back he was a billionaire. दोनों भाइयों को 40-40 बिलियन डॉलर मिला था जब दोनों फैमिलीज अलग हुई थी. आज एक कहाँ है और एक कहाँ है? At that time when he took Jio, hardly there was any player into what he called telecommunication. When Mukesh Ambani gave Airtel and Idea and so many players were there into Jio, वो वाला अनिल अंबानी वाला कहाँ गया जियो और ये मुकेश अंबानी वाला जियो कहाँ गया? So what is the difference? पैसे तो उसके पास भी थे. वो क्यों सक्सेस नहीं कर पाया? क्या हिंदुस्तान की मार्केट तब सिर्फ हमारे पास 10 करोड़ था, 137 करोड़ नहीं था? So there has to be some reason, right? But now India is providing lot of things to you. Government is giving lot of things. Institutions are promoting. बहुत इंस्टीट्यूशंस के मैंने आपको नाम भी बताए. Entrepreneurship Development Institutes भी हैं कई इंडिया में जो those are helping for supporting entrepreneurship development support. Now look at to MSME. What are they doing? See, this is what the snapshot of Indian MSME. 63.3 crore. 63.3 million, 6.33 crores. Approximately 7 crores of MSME. ये जो दुकानदार है ना अपने पिंड में या घर में, वो भी MSME है, वो भी माइक्रो है. They are giving generation employment to around 12% of Indian total, around 12 से 13 से 15 करोड़ की employment है. 30% they are contributing to GDP, 50% they are contributing to exports. India has this much of potential for exporting now. We are reducing our import-export bill. Make in India is a success. Self-reliance is a success. Never it has happened that India has exported in defense. It is now exporting 300-400 crores of what you call missiles to Malaysia. What is that? वो कहाँ से आ गया? मैं आपको बता रहा हूँ पंजाब. I am really impressed with रामगढ़िया families. रामगढ़िया घर में वो बच्चा जब होता है ना, वो जितना मर्जी अच्छा इंजीनियर हो ले, लेथ वो इंजीनियर से बढ़िया चला के दिखा देगा. पता नहीं उसमें कैसे वो कैरेक्टर्स हैं वो. And रामगढ़िया families have built Ludhiana. They have built Ludhiana. Talk of A1 and talk of heroes and talk of any cycle industry, they have built Ludhiana. They have that entrepreneurial skill. बाहर जाते हैं, मशीन देख के आते हैं, या कॉपी करके बना के दिखा देंगे आप लोगों को. CNCs which we were exporting for 70 lakhs now being produced by 25 lakhs by these Ramgarhiyas. Because they have that skill. भगवान ने ही उनको वो दिया है. Right? So there are. This is what the latest definition for MSME. 5 crore, 75 crore, 250. Micro 5 crore turnover. Small 75. Medium 250. Now these are some of the issues which are there for MSME, एक्सेस टू क्रेडिट, क्रेडिट नहीं मिलता, पैसे नहीं मिलते. कोविड के टाइम में बहुत लोग कहते हैं कि बिजनेसेस बंद हो गए बिकॉज मनी वॉज ए प्रॉब्लम. या आई एक्सेप्ट दैट बिकॉज वी डोंट हैव कोलैटरल. हाउ मच लैंड आर वी गोइंग टू गिव ऑन टू द पीपल और द बैंक्स सो दैट आई गेट मनी? एक्सेस टू मार्केट, एक्सेस टू एजुकेशन. लोगों ने इस पेंडेमिक के टाइम पे, पीपल से जीएसटी, और इट वाज अ बिग प्रॉब्लम फॉर जीएसटी. कम ऑन यार, आई हैव सीन पीपल एट गिल रोड हाउ दे हैव डेवलप्ड small kiosks now, since people are not educated, they are not very much averse with GST filing and all. They are not very averse with the software. जो छोटे मोटे अकाउंटेंट्स ने छोटी छोटी दुकानें खोल के, सबके जितने वहाँ पे गिल रोड पे वो शॉप्स हैं, मैन्युफैक्चरर्स हैं, उनका अपना अकाउंट रख के दे आर स्टार्टेड डूइंग एंड गिविंग देम अपॉर्चुनिटी. डोंट थिंक इट इज एन एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप? An entrepreneurship. They gathered that opportunity. Don't think IT is replacing opportunities. IT is creating opportunities. IT replace नहीं कर रहा. So this is what the definition for MSME coming down. Oh, sorry. Then these are some problems: export, technology. Now to gather all these, what government of India is doing? Let me tell you in this chart. I am telling you, 90% people are micro. 5 crore dhanda. Hindustan. Out of 6.33 crore MSMEs, 90% are micro, and that too 95% are proprietorship. अकेला आदमी जो बिजनेस चला रहा है. Now what government is doing? Look at to the schemes now government is offering. Let me tell you the success of Mudra. Let me tell you success of, we say na, Jan Dhan Yojana. What is Jan Dhan Yojana, guys? What is Jan Dhan Yojana? Anyone? Come on. Jan Dhan Yojana क्या है? कौन लोग हैं जो विलेजेस से आते हैं यहाँ पे? विलेजेस से कोई नहीं आता, सब शहरी है, मिरर गई है. Oh yeah, good. What is Jan Dhan Yojana बेटा? अच्छा, आउंदा नहीं? कोई गल नहीं पुत्रा, छेती पता लग जूगा. जो विआह हो जूगा, 2 न्याणे हथ होणगे, पता लग जूगा जन धन योजना की हुंदा, बई किदां रोटी कमाउणी पैंदी है. बड़ी औखी है पुत्र, बड़ी औखी है. व्हाट इज जन धन योजना? हाँ, जन धन योजना, द गवर्नमेंट स्टार्टेड टेलिंग एवरी विलेजर to deposit money into bank and no criteria as opening for accounts. उनके लिए मिनिमम बैलेंस नहीं है, एवरेज क्वार्टरली बैलेंस नहीं है. 500 रुपया, 1000 रुपया, जो भी है डिपॉजिट करो. डू यू नो हाउ मच मनी इंडिया हैज कलेक्टेड? 1 ट्रिलियन रुपीज. अब उसी इंटरेस्ट से दे आर गिविंग 10,000, 20,000 फ्री पीपल हु आर हैविंग जन धन अकाउंट्स. Somebody wants to form a small animal, some marriage, some exigency, he can get 20,000 loan without interest from Jan Dhan. Similarly, I am talking of Mudra. This is one scheme which has really made entrepreneurs very successful. This has gone to 50 lakhs now. There are 3 types: Kishore, Tarun, and there is one more. If you are a graduate, if you are not even a graduate, but you want to start a business, without giving any collateral, you can get loan from Mudra, starting from 10,000 till 50 lakhs, perhaps till 10 lakhs or 20 lakhs. This scheme has helped a lot of people. All those small shopkeepers, those who have started new businesses of any kind, when they apply for Mudra through Jan Dhan Yojana, they are not being stopped. They get money. Finances is not a problem. Finances is not a problem. Look at the various schemes: Make in India, Stand Up India, and Startup India. There is a difference between Startup India and Stand Up India. Stand Up India is for scheduled caste, scheduled tribes, and for women entrepreneurs. Those who are scheduled caste, scheduled tribe, backward class, and women entrepreneurs get very good percentage of subsidy in Stand-up India. They are encouraging women entrepreneurs. Zero effect, zero defect. ZED. You are a manufacturer of any t-shirt, any product, and you want to improve the quality. But for quality you need equipment. For equipment you need technology. For technology you need money. क्या करोगे? Go to government, fill up the form, and they will give you. Zero effect, zero defect. If I talk about ICICI Venture, it's a venture by Government of India. Government of India is now putting money into startups. जब सरकार आ जाती है ना स्टार्टअप्स में पैसा डालने के लिए, स्टार्टअप्स कभी बंद नहीं होते. They are putting money into Zomato. They are putting money into Oyo. They are putting money into all IPOs which are coming for now, for what you call startups. So this will never fail. This culture will never fail now. Now coming down to Skill India, National Skill Development Corporation. Then we have Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana and a very good scheme for MSME, that is Collateral Free Guarantee Trust Scheme. उसमें MSME pays 0.75% extra percentage of loan which is covered as insurance. I don't have a collateral. My grandfather doesn't have a collateral. My wife doesn't have a collateral. But I want to start a business. I need 1 crore loan. What should I do? It will be 2 crores of rupees. I go to bank and they say the normal charges are 7 to 8%. I say I don't have a collateral. They say I'll give you 8.75, 0.75 extra, that is for insurance, and you take the loan. Very successful. Very successful. There are so many schemes which are lined up by a lot of ministries. These are few which I have mentioned. Pradhan Mantri Employment Generation Program, Sampada, this is Ministry of Food Processing Industry. इतना स्कोप है एग्रीकल्चर में, I just can't tell you. Every agriculture university in the state has been told to disperse not less than 5 crore rupees per annum to all startups. Cohorts चलाओ, बुलाओ स्टूडेंट्स को, आइडियाज को evaluate करो, ग्रांट्स दो उनको, सक्सेसफुल करो. Ministry of Food Processing में तो there is a lined up schemes. There is a scheme for your, what you call, those who are into milching sector, for livestock, for fisheries, for agriculture. For my greenhouse, I took 50% of subsidy. I have a greenhouse at Machiwada. The cost of the greenhouse was 30 lakhs. I got 15 lakhs as subsidy, 50% subsidy, where I grow what you call yellow and green capsicums. Right? But the point is, you must be aware. You must be aware. लोग कहते हैं ना सरकार से पैसा नहीं आता यार. I have seen with my eyes. I have seen my students getting 6.5 lakh rupees, 4 lakh rupees, 1 lakh rupees on their bank accounts when they are being selected for the various programs which have been driven by the government. Right? So there are a lot of initiatives by Government of India. This is one part for your development, entrepreneurial development. Prime Minister Employment, development of Khadi, village and choir. This segment is growing so phenomenally. हमारे हिंदुस्तान में ना for last 15 years there was hardly anyone who was into what you call gems and jewelry. Rajesh Exports has come into first top 100 fortune companies. Why? Because gems and jewelry got a fillip for exports. Similarly, millets is going to be increased this year. जो भी इंसान millets में काम कर रहा है, and those who want to work in millets, you have lot of potential because they have declared, जैसे green revolution declare किया था, ऐसे ही इन्होंने white revolution declare किया था, ऐसे ही millet year revolution इन्होंने declare किया हुआ. So these are various schemes, marketing, promotion, or you just go to MSME sector there at Gill Road. You go and meet officers, they will tell you training programs, they will tell you what not. They are doing short courses. You want somebody who is not educated, want to become so-called as what you call tarkhan, yeah, whatever you say, or cobbler, and they have trainings. They'll tell you how to make shoes and all those things which are being required. And henceforth they give you some money. When you come back out of training, you can start your own business. Because in India, I told you, 90% are single. And that too, they are forced entrepreneurs. Why? Because पढ़े लिखे तो है नहीं इतने, नौकरी तो मिले नहीं है, तो क्या करेंगे? धंधा ही करेंगे ना. 137 करोड़ भी तो अपने पास है, दुनिया में किसी के पास नहीं है. We have the maximum population from 30 to what you call the youngest population in the globe now. Look at the potential we have. I was looking at Shark Tank. एक बंदा सिर्फ caps बनाता है. And Piyush Goyal tell him that only concentrate on caps. There is nobody in India who's branding the caps, and he invested some good crore rupees into caps. वो bought BOAT. People used to tell ये रंग बिरंगे स्पीकर्स लगा के क्या करते रहते हो? देखना कितने रंग बिरंगे स्पीकर्स लगा के लोग कैसे डांस कर रहे होते हैं, है ना? Look at the market he has created. So there are a lot of these all people have been developed through various venture capitalists. मार खाई है उन्होंने भी. ऐसा नहीं है कि they have not failed, but they had resilience. So there are a lot of initiatives which government is now giving. The purpose is to give you credit of finance. The purpose is to give you marketing assistance. The purpose is to give you more technology upgradation. The system is to give you more management practices, entrepreneurship. बहुत सी facilities हैं जो government आजकल दे रही है. But the point is, you must avail that. You must avail that. Look at National Small Industrial Corporation. I believe hardly anybody must be knowing NSIC. All those people who are into businesses, tell their parents, go to NSIC. You'll get a lot of incentives from there. They have credit flow. They have raw material purchase. They have technology. They have support systems. In good years of 90s, 2000, I did an exhibition at Cologne where I was funded by NSIC for 2.5 lakh rupees for my stall. I never paid anything. But the point is, you must know what are the schemes. वो तभी पता लगेगा when you have a passion to grow into business. जब passion नहीं ना होगा तो रास्ता नहीं मिलेगा, है ना? If I tell you हीर रांझा story, तो if he has to marry, he has to marry. चाहे वो रात को टाप के जाए कुछ करे, he has to marry his love girl, and you find the way. Similarly, the way is there. The passion has to be there. If the passion is not there, nothing is going to happen. Right? Then Startup India. Hand holding, funding support, ministry, academia, partnerships. ये आपके कॉलेज में मैं देख रहा था innovation bus. I was talking to JK sir. Dean sir, 3 लाख रुपए आपको दे रहे हैं. They are giving you companies. अरे यार क्या चाहिए आप लोगों को? क्यों नहीं हिम्मत करते? मुझे तो ये बात समझ नहीं आती. मेरे टाइम में अगर किसी ने मुझे 3 लाख रुपया दिया होता ना और मेरी कंपनी बना दी होती, तो हम लोग तो जब MBA कर रहे थे तभी लोग हम लोगों ने पैसे कमाने शुरू कर दिए होते. कॉलेज आप ही का दे रहा है, आप ही की यूनिवर्सिटी दे रही है, बट देन यू हैव टू बी selected business idea. Come on yaar, bring business ideas. Right? This is what Sishu 50,000, I was telling Kishore 5 to 10 lakh. This is what I was telling you, one of the successful, what you call schemes for MSME. There are so many schemes. Every industry, coir से लेके, leather से लेके, livestock लेके, fisheries लेके, milk लेके, agriculture लेके, biotechnology, nanotechnology, everywhere. But the point is, again, the field in which you are, you will have to look in what is more favorable for you to grow into the business. But that is only possible if you have a fire. If you don't have a fire, nothing is going to happen. Nothing is going to happen. So what I intended to tell you here was, entrepreneurial development is now available in India, which was not 30 years back or 40 years back or 20 years back. We want to touch 5 trillion economy, which was supposed to be done by 2025, but due to pandemic, perhaps it is 2000, could be 27, 28. But let me tell you, we are now the sixth largest into the world for GDP. The time is going to be there, we will be the third largest. By 2030, we will be overshooting Japan and Germany to become somewhere around the third largest ecosystem and called GDPs across the globe. आज से 40-50 साल पहले India was number one in the GDP. India was number one across the globe. But gradually, due to a lot of political interferences and a lot of external environment, we were backlogged. And henceforth, America came up and China came up. I don't know how many people have traveled China. Ladies work more harder than boys. They are so passionate. I have seen machines which are 100, 200 meters away and all electronic and divide by what you call technology, and women are operating. There is no men in China. The Chinese women are more hard worker. And in China, perhaps in India, woman pays a dowry, men pays a dowry at China when they get married to a woman. It's reverse. But yes, they are passionate. They are passionate. जितना हमारे ये विलेजेस में जितना हैंडीक्राफ्ट का जितने परांदे मेरे ख्याल इंग्लैंड में बिकते हैं ना, वो हिंदुस्तान में परांदे नहीं बिकते हैं. आप लोग समझते होंगे परांदे क्या होते हैं. यू मस्ट बी अंडरस्टैंडिंग दैट. देयर इज सो मच potential into Khadi network. I just can't tell you. But the point is, you must build that kind of thing. Start making a product which has a value, minimum value, make some validation. इतने support systems हैं, इतनी schemes हैं, कॉलेज के टीचर्स के साथ बैठो, get into entrepreneurial cell, take some training, make some 3D products, start selling it, gradually build your network. People used to say making companies is very difficult. I make around 40 companies every year in my college. And I dissolve those 40 companies also. It's nothing. There is nothing difficult to have a PAN card, or nothing difficult to have Udyog Aadhaar, or nothing difficult to have GST. Just click of a button. But the passion should be there, which nobody can put into you. Neither your mother, neither your father, neither your grandfather, neither your friends. The passion you will have to inculcate when you are studying, or else the choice is yours. Right? This is what, in fact, I had something to say to you. Any questions, any schemes you want to know, you can ask. Since I am into panel, I am also there for MSME also. I have worked for 30 years. I have taken a lot of schemes and built my own. So I know very well about MSME. Any question you have, anybody from any family background would like to ask question, you can ask question. Anyone? Anji, yes.
Yes, the house is open for the queries.
Don't worry, this Aditi madam is a part of Institution Innovation Council. She is very well trained for this job. She is the right candidate or right faculty. Dr. Kamal Nand saying, and everybody sitting out there. आप लोगों को पता प्रॉब्लम क्या है? डरते हैं यार, टीचर से पूछेंगे यार, पता नहीं कहेगा क्या यार ये आइडिया लेके आ गया. डोंट वरी, हैव करेज टू आस्क दिस फैकल्टी. इनको सोने मत दो रात को. सर हमें प्रोडक्ट बताओ, हमें ये प्रोडक्ट हमें सक्सेसफुल करना है, हमें मार्केटिंग करनी सिखाओ, हम करके दिखाएंगे आपको. आपके कॉलेज में ही यार 1000-2000 तो बच्चे हैं, यही टेस्ट हो जाएगा प्रोडक्ट, यही टेस्ट हो जाएगा. क्यों सोने देते हो इनको?
On that, I am a student of Professor Naresh Sachdev. Yes, he had been, mentoring me. Before I entered into PCTE, I was in pure dilemma whether to be, to continue with MBA or not, because I had no knowledge about business, zero knowledge about B of business, right? But still, I was in continuous dilemma that should I be living in courses and come back to, back at Ludhiana and start MBA, and that too coming from a, non-business mindset. But yes, I can very well tell you all that it was my a great decision and a successful decision to come in PCT, and under his mentorship, I learned about business, and what he mentioned that we made companies. Definitely, even I made a company. I get into core knowledge about how to create all those things. We had a startup also.
And you were selected in IIT Ropar also, right?
Yes, I went to IIT Ropar also with him and took my idea there, and we were evaluated. So yes, it's never a right age to start something. Just have a passion. He was perfectly right at that point. Ask numerous questions you want to. He's the right person to answer them all.
Yeah, there is a foreign friend who wants to. Yeah.
My name is Amos Super from BCom. I'm from Zambia. Yeah. So you mentioned something that they give grants. The government is giving grants, right? But does it mean that the government becomes a shareholder in your company as you earn after they finance, for example, your company or your idea? Does it make them a shareholder, or they just give it to you and it's yours, or you need to pay a certain percentage?
Yeah, that's a very good question. I'll give you an example. As per the foreigners are concerned, since you are a foreigner, you are into study visa, as per my knowledge, please correct me if I'm wrong, you cannot start a business in India, but you can start a business in Zambia. That's very true. But you have an Indian partner and you become a silent, and you have certain products to be bought from Zambia and to be sold here under the flagship of your Indian partner, that could be done. Now, what you do, you form a company, a private limited company or a limited liability provision. You participate into the various business programs and what you call competitions. You start selling your product here and there. You have some tractions and you make some sales and you're getting confident, and you get selected for a grant of say around under agribusiness incubator for 25 lakhs. After multiple evaluations, 3-4 drives and 3-4 competitions and giving your pitch decks and henceforth, you're selected. They will ask you for 60-40-40. Like they will give you a breakup that 25 lakhs to be breaked in 3 years. First year they'll give you 60, then they will give you 20, then they will give you 20. Grant. This grant, when comes into your bank account, suppose after 2 years you fail. Your Indian partner says the product is not working and we have installed some machinery and made the minimum price value and the product. In that case, you are not supposed to return the money to Government of India. They will not ask if it is a grant. If it is a venture capitalist is putting money into you, certainly we will have some business proportion. But then he is involved. He will make you successful. Even if you fail, he cannot ask for money as in case of traditional business. This is what a smartness in startup is. If you fail, in traditional business, if I fail, my family, my children, grandchildren are liable to pay the dues to the bank. But in case of startup, in case of venture capitalist or a funding agency or a grant, if you fail, you are not liable to pay. Your score for India for CIBIL score in PAN card is not disturbed. Get my point?